so glad you and Luis have stayed in contact and like you've been sending him business and stuff because he was so nice. He's just such a nice young man. Like he really took care of me the whole time. I, like like when I was there and us when he took us on the tour. Like
Yeah.
he's just so nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
he's
yeah,
nice.
it's been really awesome to
Yeah,
work with him. So I want to be
yeah,
able to help him increase his reach,
yeah.
because a lot of times we are working harder and not smarter, not
Yeah,
leveraging the technology that we have,
right.
all of that. So yeah, so that's my plan for him and a few other people that are here in my community. I've met quite a few folks, like very interesting people in various markets. I'm about to start a language exchange next year. I met a guy who does AI. He's in a program right now. He's building an app for people with autism and ADHD.
Mm,
And so just met him like when I
yeah.
met a magician the other day.
Girl, what? You really out here making connections and networking. Do you just be out and then you just meet them? You just be talking to people,
It
or you be
depends.
going to like events, like networking events?
Definitely not doing that. Um,
I hate a networking event.
that's definitely where the line is drawn. No.
I hate networking
You
events.
know where I usually find people is on dating apps. But
Oh,
I say that I'm looking for friends, and sometimes they read that and sometimes they be like, I want to stick my thing in like
right,
relationship. That's not what we're here for.
right.
But I ran across this new app called Boo. I
Hmm.
don't know if it's new. It's new to me.
I ain't never
But
heard
the Boo app, it has like a personality test. So like it gives you your Myers-Briggs personality test. It gives you
mm-hmm.
your Enneagram numbers. It
Mm.
is like really extensive with the type of information that you can give it. And then it also has like these different like chat threads. So you can say what you're interested in. So for instance, one of mine is shower thoughts.
Yeah.
So if you click shower thoughts, then everybody that is interested in shower thoughts has the ability to make
Mm.
posts and stuff. So that's why I met the magician at. And I
What,
forget what I had on my profile,
what
but
I'm
he
about to
was
say? What did you have to match with a
let
magician?
me see, let me see.
I was just about to say, like,
Erica, you are so funny to me. Okay, wait, let me look.
I was like, what did you?
What does one put in their profile
What
to
was
attract one of the
it that
magician kind?
brought in the magician? What was it?
Okay, let me see. What
Like
did I
what?
say? So I said I'm an intuitive melanated life coach. I said I have
Hmm.
a heart full of passion and empathy for meaningful connections. I thrive on sparking deep conversations and building relationships that uplift us both. Think of me as your friendly tour guide on a brain field trip where we explore ideas, cultures, and maybe even the mystery of why we didn't dance more at the last wedding. If you enjoy a healthy dose of humor with your introspection and want to leave this world just a bit brighter, swipe right and let's make some memories. First of all, I
Hmm.
didn't write that. That was AI.
I was about to
Okay.
say, like, dang, girl, that's what it was. You was magic with the words. The words were magic.
So they have an AI assistant that helps you write your bio.
I'm like, dang.
I was like that.
I'm listening
Okay,
like,
wait.
wow, okay. I guess that's what did it. The words were magic.
Okay, wait. These are my words though. So it says dating me is like getting on a bus and finding out the destination along the way filled with lots of shenanigans. And then I said I'm weirdly attracted to dad bods and beards. Erica, stop. Come on, we gotta focus. You playing. My greatest dream.
You said dad bods.
I love a dad bod. You don't like dad bods?
I like it don't matter. I like well, I kind of like a football. I like them I do like them to be like big. Yeah.
Football over basketball.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
Uh-huh.
do like
See?
'em to have a little meat.
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
do.
I
I
love
guess.
a dad bod.
Yeah,
And with a
yeah, yeah.
beard, boy, come on. And your ball.
Yeah,
Hey,
Beard. Yeah, Beard will do it every time.
get over here. Let's have a
You
conversation.
said, get over here.
My greatest dream is building a peaceful retreat space in the mountains to help people heal and reconnect to themselves
Mm,
and God while learning to use their gifts. That's it. That's all I
beautiful.
put. But yeah,
I
so
love-
he was telling me he's a magician, and I don't remember. I don't know what the thing was that for
Yeah.
him to be like, yeah, because I'm a magician. But
So
he was telling me like the 11 steps of magic or something. And oh, I remember. He had said, he was like, tell me about yourself. And that's my pet peeve. Because I done took all this time to have AI write all these words for you to read. And you ain't even reading. Hey, go back.
you got all that on your profile. He like, so tell me about yourself.
No, you go read and you tell me what you thought was interesting. So he came back and he was like, I remember he was like, I like how you use your words and the way that you said something or other. Oh, and so then he was like, so I'm interested. I want to know more. Oh no, this is what happened. He had started pulling me up. He Googled me. So then, because okay, go Google me. I'll be telling people.
You
So
do
he,
you brought that on yourself. You always say Google me.
but for real
Yeah.
though, like I'm not even joking. So he Googled me. And then he came across my website. He was on my on the YouTube. He
Yep.
was on Instagram. So he was like, "Who are you?" And I
Right.
said, "Be
That's why he
careful."
said, tell me a little more. Like, what's all this?
So I told him,
Yeah.
I said, be careful because it's a rabbit hole. So then he started telling me about his the way that he categorizes people. And he was like, there are some people who are just not special, like they're just regular. They ain't trying to be special, they just regular. Then there are other people, and I'm jacking the categories all up. But he
Mhm.
was like, then there are other people that have a little special something to them, but it needs a lot of refinement. And then there are people that know that they're special, they just don't know how to operate in their specialness, if you will. Then he was like, then there's a category of people that they know who they are and they show up in this particular way, and that goes with them into every room, da da da, whatever, whatever.
That's you. He
So
said
he
that.
was like, so is that you? And I was like, I guess only time will tell. I
That
don't.
sound like you. I was trying to be mysterious, like, I don't know. Is that me? You'll find out. Like, it's totally you. Like, you'll find out which one I am.
You got me in stitches. Your ass need to go on the road. So anyway, I'm gonna put a pin in that. Okay, for a second, and I'm gonna transition us. So y'all, this is one of my oldest. I don't mean to say it like, oh, how do I say it without it sounding insulting? One
It's
of the
not
friends I've had
insulting.
for the longest amount of time. Let's say that. So Erica and I have been friends since college, Fisk University, Nashville, Tennessee, class of, I won't say it. I don't know if you done let the people know you class of 2003. Okay, representing. What up? Um, but yeah, so we have been friends for all that time, and historically Erica has been one of my shenanigan partners consistently. Okay, if you looking for a shenan, Erica is ready to do it again and again. You understand? Okay, she is not, she don't take no convincing
Right?
at all. You remember, this is one of my
I don't
favorite
need
memories
no details. You
at
said,
all.
let's
She
go.
come. You remember we got on the slingshot? I wish I have it on the
Yes, you had
VHS
the
tape.
video. Do you have
I
the
know, but
video?
it's on VHS, and you know where it's at? In
Oh, yeah.
Pennsylvania. And if
Yeah.
I can't get back to it, I'm gonna have to surrender it, and it's gonna make me so sad. We're just gonna have the memories in our heart,
It definitely
in
is
our head.
VHS.
But yeah, so I had convinced Erica to get on the sling. I didn't convince her. I was like, let's do this. Right. So we get on the slingshot thing in Orlando where we had went on spring break. And we'll have to do another episode about that
Right?
because that was a lot. It was a lot. But anyway, on the trip, one of the most important things to us was to do go-kart. and to be at different arcade type situations.
Yep.
So into the slingshot. Erica gets on. I'm thinking she know it says slingshot. We finna get slung shot.
Because I don't ask details. That's my problem.
We said all the thing that's driving us in. You remember what you were saying, Erica?
I remember I think I said one thing was like, I'm going to be your sister after this or something like that.
I'll be your sister for life after this. She was like, what you got me?
Because it's always like that. I'd be like, yeah, let's do it. And then after, like when we in the situation, I'm like, wait, what are we doing?
What are we actually doing here? Another great segue into one of the first things that I wanted to know. So we're here, y'all, to talk about Discover Your Destiny. I don't know if y'all can see it in the banner there. So I came to you and I was like, hey girl, I'm doing this thing that I've been doing. You know, I'm a life coach. You know, I've been out here and I want you to be a part of it, right? Take me back to what you were thinking when I approached you about it and like what ultimately made you say yes.
When you approached me about it, let me see. I just thought I didn't know much about it, but it's like this sounds interesting. Like it don't really take like I don't do no research, you know, and then it's you. So it's like, okay, I'll support you, you know, like, yeah, I'll give it a try. You know, like, yeah, let's try it. Like whatever. That's just kind of how I don't think too deep about like I don't know. If it's like a friend saying, can you do this or would you do this or be a part of this? I'm like, yeah, like, okay.
I'm here for it though. And I appreciate that you trusted me enough to be like, bet.
Yeah.
Let's give it a go. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Yeah.
Oh no.
Okay. So, all right. So I want to play for you. So this is how the program goes. Basically, is you know, we have these individual conversations, and then you realize that there are other people that are a part of this. Okay, cool, right?
Right.
But one of the first things that I asked y'all to do was to record a video. And in the video, I asked you to share some information about yourself, like why you were here, say a letter to yourself. It's a few things. So I want to play this for you so that we can go back and transport to this time. Okay. So you're going to say the date in this. So I'm gonna let you listen and then we can talk about it on the other side.
Hi, my name is Erika Freeman. Yeah. My preferred pronouns her, she. Today's date is the 15th, January 15th, 2023. I currently live in Nashville, but I am from Kansas City, Missouri. How is my spirit feeling? That's my one and only daughter. How my spirit feeling? I don't know. I've had a little emotional week. My spirit is always a little sad, but I'm okay. I don't know. What types of things I will coach people on? I'm actually not sure. That's one reason I wanted to take this class too, to kind of maybe help me discover more purpose and like talents and stuff like that. And a message to myself. I love you. So it wasn't as bad as I thought. I was like, oh Lord, what'd I say?
What did you think about what you said?
I think it still applies today. Yeah. Like especially the part about my soul. And it's funny because I saw a post on TikTok and it said, like, because I'm an Aries, and it said something about like we have happy personalities but sad souls. And I was like, oh my God. You know, because like my personality, you know, like I can be, but like like how I said, I'm always like my soul is always a little sad or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was like, oh my God. So yeah.
So that still resonates.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
weird. I don't know why. Well, maybe, but I don't know.
I'm
But
wondering if you're willing to share what that maybe thought was.
like yeah, like yeah. Like share later or share now.
If you're willing to share now, sure. If not, we could definitely do it later.
I don't know. I think I always feel a little lost,
Mm.
and there's abandonment there, rejection there, stuff like that. I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering, one of the first things that I have you do in Discover Your Destiny is to discover your spiritual gifts and your gifts for impacting people, as well as your personality style, and really seeing like if there's alignment there, what you resonate with, what you don't. And I'm wondering, one, what you remember about that, but also, have you seen that coming up in your life since you have gone through this journey?
I remember one specifically was like it said I was like a heart healer or something like that.
A soul healer.
Solar, yeah.
Okay.
And because it was weird because I had always felt like I can feel like people may say something, but I could feel or just know what they're actually like feeling or want to say. Because like I get made fun of like some of my friends be like, because I asked a whole bunch of questions, right? but it's because I know like it's like I just asked the right questions because I already know kind of like
Mm-hmm.
what it is you like need to like bring out, like bring to the surface.
Mm-hmm.
So when
Mm-hmm.
so when it came up in your class, I was like, oh, but I didn't think of it as like a gift. I just thought about it like, I mean, I just would think of it like it's just what I do or like I don't know, but I didn't think of it as a gift. So that's was something that I was like, oh wow, that's cool, you know.
So yeah, I'm wondering, and I think you also had Heart Revealer. I think that's what
Yeah, heart revealer. Yeah,
together.
yeah, yeah.
Because Heart
That's what it was.
Revealer, so there are five gifts for impacting people, and they've been called in churches fivefold ministries. So you have apostles, pastors, teachers, evangelists, and prophet. But those titles also have like different gifts. So when we talk about gifts
Mhm.
for impacting people, pastor is soul healer and prophet is heart revealer.
I think mine was
Evan-
profit.
uh-huh, I'm remembering now.
Yeah.
Evangelist is storyteller. Lord, I'm about to forget all the rest of them. Apostle is dream awakener, and I forget what teacher is right now. Might be like light giver or something like that.
Hmm.
So what I'm wondering, so being a heart revealer, being someone who has a prophetic gift, you said you didn't think about it as a gift. So that was kind of the shift. So can you talk to me a little bit more about that shift of being like, this is an actual gift. Like how does that change the way that you look at
Yeah, because I always thought like I don't really have any gifts.
it?
Like
Mm.
before your class, it didn't feel like I don't know. I just always feel like I'm just like I guess how you said that magician was like some people are just normal. Like
Yeah, yeah.
that's how I felt. Like I'm just like normal. I don't really have like gifts like that.
Interesting.
But yeah, when it revealed that, I was like, oh, this is a gift. But like I still don't feel like I've really tapped into it like really, like started using it for real because I'm also very introverted. So like I don't even be around people a lot. Like,
Hmm.
but I have been feeling like I need to get around people more. I don't know. I don't know how to really use it, I guess. Besides
Okay.
like with my inner circle or like the people in my life. I don't know how to impact like the world, I guess, with it.
Hmm.
Yeah, people outside of like my inner circle.
Well, I don't want you to minimize that impact though, because the people in your inner circle, that's still an impact beyond yourself. because for every one of those people that you impact, then they go and impact other people too, right? So
Yeah.
you got to put some respect on that. Um, right, because everybody, this is one of the things I remember back in 2020 before I had left Tampa, and it was during the height of the Black Lives Matter protests, and I was talking about like everybody has a role in the fight. For instance, I am not one who goes to protests because I don't know how to shut the hell up, and I'm gonna be in jail. They're gonna beat me down. They macing me. They making an
Right.
example out of my ass. Okay. So I don't put myself in that situation because I know
Mhm.
myself. I
Yeah.
am more effective being here, right? So during that time, what I did is I was like, let me turn on this camera, this microphone, and let me remind the people that everybody has a role and everybody has a purpose, and it's not to hold one up higher than the other, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even like in I act, and I've really been thinking a lot about the behind the scenes of all of that, because people often aspire to be the person that's on the camera, like that's
Hmm.
the coveted spot, but
Yeah.
that is the last person that's hired, honestly,
Mm.
because there's so many other things behind the scenes that go into making that a successful operation. So I just wanted to pause
Yeah.
there, because that is still an impact.
Yeah. Because I've always felt like I have a weird relationship with people. I feel like I'm super introverted. I don't necessarily like being around a lot of people, but I care deeply
Hmm.
about people. But I don't know how to describe it. It's like it's kind of weird.
Have you been researching, doing any additional research with neurodivergence in your brain?
No, but I had saw a post like it was saying like if you were in those gifted and talented classes when you were younger, you were actually like neurodivergent. It was like research, and I used to be in those classes.
This I know. And that's why we get along so well.
And
Because our
even
brains operate differently.
yeah, like because I've always felt, and that's the other thing, I've always felt like I didn't belong.
Hmm.
Like even being a part of like groups, I never felt like a part of
Same.
like a group for real. Like I never felt like I actually belonged anywhere. So like
Hmm.
that be part of it too. So I just tended like I started just to isolate myself because it was like
Hmm.
I don't really, like I can mingle sometimes and stuff, but I don't really feel like I ever like belong. Ever since
Yeah.
I was young, like even my
Same.
mom would say I would just like kids would come ask to play and I'd be in my room reading books. Like I've always just been like kind of like different or off, I guess they would say. Yeah, so I've always so when they said that, I was like, wait a minute. And then like Jada, my daughter, because they're more aware of because
Yes.
growing up, I didn't like we didn't hear about that stuff. Jada said she was like, she said, I think you on the spectrum. She was like, and not like in a rude way, but she was just like, I think you on the spectrum. She was like, and you said she was like, you used to be in the gifted and talented, like on the spectrum. They be like really gifted and like really smart and like, and then she was like your social awkwardness, like with people and like stuff like that. And I was like, maybe, but I've never gotten tested or anything, but pretty sure the
So,
evidence all leads to like,
like the conclusion seems pretty clear, but also, I actually just released a video last night about how I realized that I was neurodivergent, and that process. And I really talked a lot about realizing that I have OCD.
mm,
But I have been on this journey, and this is why talking about our brains was something that was really important for
yeah.
me, because we don't know a lot about how our brains operate. So, what we do is, like you had said, maybe a little off. Well, I would beg to differ because I think we be way more on than
But
other
like
people,
to everybody else, it's like you're a little weird, or
but
like
they the weird ones. They
yes,
the
then
ones.
you isolate yourself. Well, I do. That's how I deal with it. So I just
Yeah,
don't be around a lot of people because
same.
I feel like different or like I don't really fit for real.
Yeah, same. I've definitely felt that way. And I've just been allowing myself to explore that more, because it really is just a difference in the way that our brain operates. And it could be so many different things, Erica, that causes a neurodivergent brain. So, like for me, I was listening the other day, I was like, okay, so there's anxiety, there's depression, there's PTSD, trauma, hello, all of it,
Yeah,
lots of it, all
all
since
the things.
since
Yes,
forever, you know. Then
yes.
I'm like, then there's the OCD, then there's also like, it's just so many things, and all of that does change our brain. So even a little while ago, you was like, you be asking a lot of questions. I'd be here for it, because I'd be asking a lot of questions. But
And I
people
love it.
that don't ask a lot of questions be mad, and I'd be like, I just want to know.
Yeah, 'cause it's like stop question. Like why you asking so many questions? And it's like I really be curious. It's not even like I just want to be nosy. Like I'm
Yeah.
really into like I like the study of people and their behaviors and why they do this and why they like it's really interesting to me. So that'd be another reason. Like I really be wanting to know, but I
Hmm.
realize some people is like, so I gotta kind of gauge and like, you know, some people is like, don't be asking me all them questions. Like
Yeah.
or sometimes people don't want to face the truth. They don't want to
That'd be it too.
you
That'd be it. Because
know, like
remember, you got this gift on
yeah,
top of
like
that,
stop
right? So
trying to
you
go for a minute.
already,
Yeah.
you
Sometimes
seeing
that's
into
it
their
too.
heart.
Yeah.
You already asking real intentional questions. This is what me and my psychologist were working on, because I was like, hey, what's wrong with me? Like,
That's how it was. I think that's why my soul be a little sad too, because I felt it made me feel unlikable,
yeah.
like an unlikable person being
Hmm.
different.
Yeah.
So yeah, I ain't totally
Yeah.
miss it.
And it does. It like it resonates and it messes with your internal psyche and like all of that. And she just kept telling me, she was like, Kimberly, I promise you I wouldn't be telling you this if it wasn't true. She was like, it's not true. She said, the types of relationships that I require people to have with me require amount of depth that everybody is not willing to have, an
Yeah,
amount of vulnerability, an amount of
yeah,
accountability. Everybody's not willing to do that. So she's like, so instead of them saying, I don't want to have these deep conversations with
yeah,
you,
yeah.
I want to be shallow, god damn it.
Right.
Instead of them saying that,
Yeah,
they make you the issue, but it's not you. She was like, you have a depth where, again, because I also have this prophetic gift, right? I know, I have this sense of knowing, and
mhm,
I am asking you what's going on, because I am trying to speak to your heart and really be locked in. Like, we can tell the people that are like us, that be on the fringes. That's who
yeah,
I be going to talk to. Hey, you too.
yes. And I love going deep. Like that's why I don't like networking events and stuff because it's real surface. Like I like, and that's why like I do better one on one with people than like in groups because then I can get to your heart and we can talk and we can go
Yes.
deep and like that's why I like one on one like real. I just like real connections.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes, you do know.
Yeah,
That's what your spirit craves, right? And there's nothing
yeah,
wrong with that.
yeah,
And what I think the unprogramming for me was me thinking it had to be the opposite, because that's what everybody in society said that it was.
yeah.
And working with my psychologist, I've been really working to accept that the way that I view the world and the way that I respect people and honor humanity and want to connect to someone's heart and want to be able
Mhm.
to help people just from a real place, right? Like
Yeah,
we was just talking about Louise, like at the top, like from a real place. I just
yeah,
want to help you be more successful, because
right,
I know that you can, and there's enough for all of us to win. And
right.
like all of the, but everybody doesn't feel that way. Right.
Mhm.
So it's important for us to be able to find people who actually feel the way that we feel. So it's
Yeah.
been making me like really intentional about, Bianca calls it village audits, and being really intentional about people that have access to me and how I feel around them,
Mhm.
as well as their willingness to show up. like I said, accountability, transparency, integrity, those are the three keys. I also
Yeah.
require vulnerability. And
Yeah.
if you're not willing to do that, then let me accept that and allow you to just be
Yeah.
you,
Mm-hmm.
you
That's
know?
yeah. That's so true. Yeah, I've gotten rid of a couple guys where I just like I sat and thought about it. It was like I don't feel good around. Like y'all make me feel good in like in who I am.
Yeah.
Like make
Hmm.
it seem like it's something wrong. Like,
Hmm.
and so I've blocked them. Like
Yeah.
I don't need that energy no more. Like
Yeah.
because it
And
was
that's
just
what
really
happens.
about just having them around, I guess. And I thought about it like I don't be feeling good though. So then what's the point? What's the benefit of having them around if I don't feel good and I feel like I can't be myself or like they don't really it's like you don't actually like me. And that's okay. That's what like I had to come to that like you don't actually like me. And that's okay. So I'm gonna release you. Just like you said, I'm gonna release
Yeah.
you.
Yeah. Because a lot of
Yeah.
people like the idea of you without the
Yeah.
actuality of you, right? So as long as you fit inside their frame of
Yeah.
who they feel like you're supposed to be, then you are right. But when you start operating outside of that, they like, no, you the
Yeah.
issue. So now it's the projection. So you know what I mean? And those are
Yeah.
very dangerous relationships for people like us because we are so empathetic and
Yeah.
because we are like words mean things and
Yes,
words matter,
they
you
do.
know?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. But
Even with
people
like,
don't be using words with intention. They be using words real reckless.
yeah, like one of them, they would just say stuff, and I'm like, okay, I'm waiting for you to show up in a line. And I even like plainly said, I was like, when someone's words don't align with their actions, I automatically feel like they're lying, and
Yes.
I don't believe you. So you have to like align your words and your actions. I told him that, like this is what like this is what I feel, and you still just talking and not like those it's not gonna work. Like,
Yeah.
like, I literally told you, like
Yeah.
I'm not being oblivious and like, like I told you. Like when words and actions don't line up, I don't like you're fake to me. Like it's not you're lying.
Yeah.
Like I just and he still did it. Like I'm like, maybe that's what you're used to, but that's not gonna work over here.
That's what he
You
was used
actually
to, and
told me.
that was his capability and the way that he was able and willing to show up at the time.
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
like you just have words and maybe that's what you used to, just being able to say words and but not
that's
over
not
here,
moving the
partner.
needle. It's
Not
not
over here,
moving the needle.
partner. And I would give him space. I give him time to like, okay. And I'm like, okay, not over here, partner.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, good for you. Because I know that I talk about this all the time of how we spend so much time disconnected from our bodies
Yeah.
that a lot of times we're missing the signals of how people make us feel in those early stages, right? I
Yes.
know I just had a similar type of situation and I was like, hey, no, okay,
Right.
just no. Hey, nope, you can take me out the rotation. Matter of fact, because
Yeah.
they was upset because I had deleted their number because on I spend time on WhatsApp, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I had deleted their number, and if someone isn't in your contacts, they can't see your stories on WhatsApp or your status updates
Mm-hmm.
or whatever. So I was like, yeah, no, and they were like, so you just not gonna let me see your status no more? No, they said, so you blocked me and I can't see your status. I said, you're damn right. You're blocked
Exactly.
on several levels. You are correct.
Exactly.
You are absolutely correct because I
Exactly.
don't like how I feel around you. And I felt
Yep.
like I was at a place where I had to justify my existence or I had to justify, for instance, I mentioned I've learned that I live with OCD. So I don't want to have to fight with you about please take your shoes off at the door. That shouldn't be
Yeah.
that should please like it's I don't
Right.
can you just respect what I'm asking? You
Yeah.
don't have to understand
That's
it.
not even a
You
big
don't have to
deal.
agree with it. Just please do that because you're saying that you care about me. Why am I
Yeah.
sitting here fighting with you? Hey, no.
That's not even a big deal. Take your shoes off at the door.
And you know what's so interesting? It's not a big deal for you to do that, but it's such a big deal to me. So I'm asking you for such a small action that is
Yeah.
going to give me a sense of safety, and you aren't even willing to do that.
Hmm.
No, thank you. Right. But
That
I had to
yeah.
spend so much time recalibrating in my body and listening to what was actually happening in
Hmm.
order for me to, because also to a fault, I very much be wanting to give people a chance to get their shit together,
Yeah.
you know,
Me too.
because I feel like I've spent so much of my life where people have thrown me away. So I don't want to throw other people away,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know, but also I peeped how I felt at the beginning. So then the question I had to ask myself was, why am I dishonoring myself to
Hmm.
protect somebody else's feelings when they don't give a damn
Yeah.
about mine?
I know. I feel like I'm just now getting to a place like me saying I communicated to that guy. This is what I used to never communicate, like how I felt about things, or like it's
Mm.
really hard. It's a challenge for me, and that
Mm-hmm.
comes from it comes from childhood. I learned it,
Mm-hmm.
but so I was so proud. Like I'm telling you, and then like being able to like like tap in, like you don't really like me, or like tap in with my body, how I feel, and like letting you go, because I didn't used to do that. Like I used to have, there were a group of people where I knew them for a very long time, and at one day I was like, they don't really like me,
Mm-hmm.
and I chose to like step. So I've been like, I feel like getting better of like, they don't really like me,
Yeah.
and just being okay with like releasing them. Like
Yeah.
it's okay, you know.
Yeah.
So,
It doesn't align.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
but it's taken me a while to like
Mm-hmm.
really just tap in and be okay with it, like because
Well,
it's like
it's a
you
grief
wanna.
process.
Yeah, because it's almost like a natural thing. Like you want to be a part of, or you want to be like loved and accepted, and like especially with people you have a history with,
Of course.
you know. But so that's what. Yeah, going back to the locks, maybe I have been on the spiritual, very much so, been on a very spiritual like journey, and just like coming into myself and like becoming more confident and being okay
Mm-hmm.
with who I am.
You made me think about when you said they don't like me. One of the realizations that I had with myself the other day as well, because I had a similar situation. Um, I said they don't like me, but they don't know me.
Mm,
And a lot of that was
that's
actually because of me.
that's very true. That's very true.
You know, I was telling someone,
Beautiful.
so you know Bianca, and y'all who are
Mhm,
watching, Bianca is my best friend, Bianca Goolsby. She be over here in
mhm.
this universe.
I love her.
She also did a testimony of her experience in Discover Your Destiny. So if y'all want to go see that. But anyway, I was talking about Bianca, and I was saying like Bianca is probably the first friend that has been through so much shit. You know how they be like, you know, we done been through the
Yeah,
then
yeah,
that's
yeah.
my friend to the end, thick and thin,
Mhm.
and such, right? And I was like, but also, I think this is the first time that I ever allowed somebody to really understand what was
Mm,
happening with me.
that's
Because we were friends the entire time that I was in an abusive relationship, and you didn't know what was going on
yeah, yeah,
because I never said anything because I didn't feel safe in that
right.
setting to actually say what was happening. I felt judged, and I
Yeah,
felt like I didn't need to feel any stupider than I felt. I felt dumb as a box of rocks already. So I don't need that, you know? So I just
yeah,
kept it to myself. So it's also helped me in realizing that if people don't know me, how can they like me? And
yeah.
if I haven't been my actual self,
Mhm.
right? This is to the unmasking, discovering I'm neurodivergent, like all of that, and
Yeah,
realizing how much time that I spent stuffing myself in the boxes, like that
yeah.
was never me. So how could they? They don't even know
Very
me. I'm
true.
just a piece of paper, a name
Very
on a
true.
piece of paper that they
Yeah.
got to know my representative, you know?
Yeah, that's very true. Cause I stay to myself. When I'm going through stuff, I retreat. I don't talk to
Same,
nobody.
same.
That's why I always say Jada, Jada is the one that knows me the best in the world. Like good, bad, ugly. She's the one. I feel like she's the one person that actually like knows me. Like even not my mother, not my sister. It's Jada.
Mm-hmm.
Because like I open up to her more than
Mm-hmm.
anyone else. I feel like. I know your kid's not supposed to be your little friend, but she is like literally like, yeah. So that is true too. And I have thought about it, like I haven't given people a chance to really know every part of me either. So I take that. Yeah.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I think we take our time with this process, because like I said, it is grief. Um, Grieving who we thought we were at some point. Let me ask you this side note. When you look at yourself or when you imagine yourself, how old do you look at yourself and imagine yourself to be?
Like now,
Yeah,
like
sure.
mentally,
Uh-huh.
like 20s.
Same. Erica, I be like, when am I supposed to feel like I'm a grown up?
I'm immature as hell.
When am I supposed to feel like I'm a grown up? Because
Like,
I
yeah,
swear to God.
I'm feeling like 20s.
Same.
I don't know.
Same. When I tap into my over 40ness is when somebody be playing with me. And I be
Yeah.
like, all right now.
Yeah.
Nah.
When I gotta take care of business. But
Yes. But like the
otherwise,
core of me, I be like, I am but a young girl out
yeah,
here
I'm just a
frolicking
girl.
and
I'm just
blowing
a girl.
bubbles.
I'm
And
just
you
a girl.
remember them white ladies used to say that whenever they would get in trouble. I'm just a girl. I'm
Yeah,
just a
I'm just a
25-year-old
girl.
girl. I really be like, I am but a young innocent girl
No.
trying to figure out.
Imagine feeling like that and raising an actual 20-year-old.
I can't imagine.
I'd be like, this is too much. We're on the same
I
journey.
can't
We're in the
imagine.
same place.
But you know what's so interesting? So this is why I keep telling you. And we gonna send this to Jada so she can see me like peer pressure. Because Jada is so gifted, right? And I've told her that so many times.
Yeah.
But I really want her to be a part of this internship program because I really feel like the level of insight that our young people have, these 20 somethings that are coming
Mhm.
up, and their willingness to learn about their brain, their willingness to have these open
Yeah.
conversations and honor energy and honor themselves.
They're so
Girl,
much more
I
aware.
stand in awe. You
Yeah,
hear me?
they're so much more aware. I tell her that like I admire how confident she is, how aware she is of so much that I'm just discovering like in my 40s. Or
Yeah.
like how much she knows herself, in touch with herself, what she wants, what she don't want, what she not gonna stand for. Like it's so much like she's getting in her 20s, or like she just turned 20. She got way before this. Now I'm just now still trying to like figure
Yes.
out. Yeah.
Yeah.
I be
I
saying,
have two interns that just graduated from St. Augustine University, and I be telling them all the time, like, my goal is to be able to leave a roadmap for them so they don't have to wait until they're 40 to
yeah,
figure all this stuff out. Like, I want y'all to know these things and be
right.
able to understand your gifts and understand who you are so that people can't tell you any damn thing and make you feel
Yes,
like you don't know and you're not special and not
right.
gifted and all of that. Like, it is so important to me because that's what I wish that I would have had.
Yep.
And if I would have had that, I can't imagine like the type of impact I would have been able to make. But I think it's important for them to hear us say that we don't have it together. Because I don't know about you, my perception as a child was that the adults knew what was going on.
Yeah. Like, but I feel like they gave off that. Like,
They definitely
like
did.
I'm, like I didn't go through this. I didn't go through that. Like, but that's why I don't do that with Jada. I'll be like, girl, let me tell you about like because I don't want that perception of like I'm perfect, because then they're like striving for that and it's not real. Like
Right.
they need to know like the mistakes. That's why I'd be like, that's why I'm your parent, because I am supposed to help guide you and tell you I'm not, like, but I feel like I didn't get that. And so we had to learn a lot just on our own.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like that's where you get your, like, that's the wisdom.
That's where
Like
it's
this
supposed to
stuff,
be.
yeah, like the stuff that I went through, I can tell you. So I can be like, hey, don't go down this road. I've been down that road. Don't
Yes.
go that way.
Yes.
Like don't go that way.
That don't
Like
work.
that's the whole point. Like,
Yes.
and it's literally why probably I've experienced a lot of things so that I could tell her and pass it down.
Well, I'm
Like
so glad that you just made that revelation, because that's what I was finna ask about. Because I remember, okay, us having some conversation about Miss. I don't know if I got gifts. I don't know if I'm gifted.
I
Okay.
know, but I still see even that. Like I never thought of like, oh, you have this gift, but that's the difference too. She's aware that she is gifted. She just don't know how to use it, or like, but
Mm-hmm.
she's aware, like it's something special, or like there's a gift. Like I
Mm-hmm.
have these gifts. I just don't know how to like use them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I didn't ever even feel like I was gifted.
Well, now that you know that you're gifted, I want to take you back to this one time at Slim and Husky's Pizza.
Hmm.
And you and I had a conversation about some ways that you could use your gifts. And this was, I don't know,
I
circa.
told you I'd be having concepts of plans. Concepts. Concepts.
Let's unpack these concepts, because this was like 2022.
Yep.
And I was like,
The
oh
retreat.
my.
The retreat with me and
Yes.
Jada. Yeah.
I am wondering in real life, I'm wondering what God has been saying to you or telling you lately or bringing back up into your recollection, even in this here conversation, about what you're supposed to be doing, man.
I know. It's just I don't know. I don't know. It's execution for me. Like
Okay.
I be having a lot of stuff going on in my brain. Probably because of the neurodivergence, but there's always something going on in my brain. I just don't execute. I don't execute nothing.
What do you think stops you from the execution?
Mm, maybe fear of failure. Um, maybe lack of confidence in myself, like being able to do stuff or be successful and stuff, and like gets. It's weird though because I have confidence in myself if it follows a certain path,
Okay.
like the normal
The
like
traditional path.
the traditional path. I can do that. It's when it's something that's off of the traditional path where I'd be like, I don't know if I can do it. You know,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
like if I say go, like I want to go to school. Like I said, I want to get my master's by the time Jada 5 doing it. I want to move to Nashville, help Jada, her relationship with her dad, did it, done. Like I want to do this, done. Like,
Mm-hmm.
but then if it's off like the traditional thing, like a retreat, it's like, I don't know if I can do it. Like I
Mm.
don't know. Or
So
it
let
is
me ask you this. What would you need to see in order to feel more confident, or what support do you feel like you would need in order to bring some of those dreams into reality?
and I would say too, like even when I've tried a travel business, I've tried real estate, and it's like I wasn't able to get it off. It wasn't and I take failure really hard.
Mm,
So when I fail at something, it's like it really like breaks me down. So it'd be hard. So I feel like those were kind of off. And so then it's like, well, I gave those a try and I failed. So, like maybe. I can't do
So
that.
then do you kind of feel like, well, let me just go back to what I know?
Yeah, it's like, let me just go back to what's comfortable then, and like I know I can do this. Even
Mm-hmm.
though it's always my spirit is always restless.
Mm-hmm.
It's never,
Mm-hmm.
it's like I say go back to what's comfortable, but
Right.
it's not comfortable at all.
Because God is not leaving you alone about it.
Yeah, like I can do it, but it's not comfortable at all. Like I'm literally always restless, always anxious, like upset. Like that's why I say to myself too, because I'm always like annoyed almost all the time. Like because of
Mm-hmm.
like it's like I know that I'm supposed to be doing something different, but I don't know how to do it or something. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So I wonder if you saw a pathway or were able to walk alongside people while creating a pathway, if that would help. It's one I can really relate to what you're saying because I'm like a systems part. Like I need to have a system. Like I need
Mhm.
to, like, what is okay, I see that, but what is step
Yes.
number one?
Yeah.
And then what
Yeah.
happens from
That's
there?
what in work, in life, I feel like I'm more of a free, but in work, when I'm doing work, there needs to be order. Like
Mm-hmm.
at work,
Some order
when
in this
when
place.
stuff is like, I'd be like, oh no, there needs to be some order here. Like, but in life, I can be, whatever. But in work, like if I'm like doing business and work, I'm like, oh, there needs to be systems and orders and order in place. And then if you're switching it up, it's like, okay, why are you doing this?
Mm.
What's the, like, we need some order here.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. So I'm the same way.
Yeah, yeah. So we have been working on bringing that order. And when I say we, me, Kalanda, Bianca, and Lewis have been working to bring that order because I feel like it's something that has stopped me in executing on, because baby, I got $1 million ideas. You understand me? I
Yeah.
just need the system to get there.
Yeah.
But honey, I got it. Um, I think that it's important to honor the places that we know that we excel in and then look for alignment in the places that we don't.
Mm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So what I heard you say was, I have this passion. I have this view of looking at the world, especially when it comes to dealing with other people, whether those other people be those one-to-one connections that you were talking about, or your relationship with mothers and daughters, and that work there. The question is, how do I get there? Right. So I think that there is a possibility to soon have some stuff to be able to support that and support that in you. What I'm wondering is if you'll dream with me for just a moment, for these last few moments that we have. What would that look like for you if you could paint the picture of a life that isn't frustrating and a life that isn't causing anxiety and such? What would you be doing?
Um. So that be the thing. Like when I say I always feel lost because I know what I want to feel. I don't know what I
Okay.
want to do. I know
Okay. Well, talk to me about what
always
you want to feel.
I always am looking for freedom. That's
Okay.
always what I just want to be free. That's the thing. That's my and like my thing is like I want to be able to live and to give freely. However, like
Mm-hmm.
financially free,
Mm-hmm.
schedule wise free, like be able to make my own schedule, not be like you got to be here this time. It's like free that way. Um, just even free, like in my mind, like I don't know, in my mind, like I feel like my mind is always like, but like I feel like if I have more of what like the freedom in my finances and all that, that frees up my mind,
For
you
sure.
know,
For
and
sure.
I like of a beauty, like I want a life. I always say I want a life filled with freedom and beauty,
Okay.
like
What
freedom
does beauty look
and
like to you?
beauty, like even like being in Colombia when I visited you, like it was literally beautiful. Like the nature and like the greenery, and like that's what I mean, like surrounded by like beauty.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. And
that's what.
natural beauty.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
what I want. So I
Mhm.
just know the feeling, but I don't know what, like I don't know what I want to do or how to get there. I just know
Okay.
how I want to.
To feel when you get there. That
Yeah,
is a huge part of it though.
yeah.
Yeah. So, then it looks like you have some homework of things to think through, and I'm wondering, how has God been speaking to you lately?
Um, I definitely be getting downloads. One one night I was, it's like I was half asleep, but you be half asleep, half up.
Mhm.
In my mind, it was saying over and over, "You do not chase, you attract." Like over and over and over, over. And I was like, "Why? Why is this affirmation in my head? Like I'm trying to sleep. I'm trying to attract sleep. Like what is you download?" I've had other about starting a YouTube. I've constantly had that, and I just refuse to do it. But I've had that for years. Like I feel like that download has been like, he's like, "Girl, I'm gonna say it again." Like that's been a whole thing. That um I let go of the people I needed to. I did that. He told me to do that. I did that. Um, what else? Partly, it's like I need to do something with my job, but it's like it's my security right now.
Mhm.
But that too.
Okay. But
And
I heard
oh, go
go
ahead.
ahead. No, 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 go ahead.
No, and like I've left several jobs. It's like it's like I'll take the step, but then it's almost like my faith runs out
Mm.
when that money run out.
Understood. Listen, I
And so
understand.
then I go back to what I know, because what I've learned is that my faith hasn't, in the past, my faith hasn't really been in God. It's been in my ability
Mm.
to do things. So it's like it don't be completely in God. It be in my ability to get it done or to get through stuff.
Yeah.
It's been in myself.
Yeah.
So maybe just more surrendering. And like when I do get downloads, just do it. Like without like the fear and like all the other stuff. Like
Mhm.
just do it. Because I
Yeah,
love
but
Tabitha Brown, and she was saying that how like when she started getting on, like it maybe it didn't make sense, but she would do it just being obedient,
yes.
and like to
Yes.
see where she is now. Because it's like even if I don't see the vision, like I don't need to see the whole vision right now. I don't need to see the end of it. Just be obedient. You know.
Mhm.
So I think that is what I'm hearing right now. But yeah.
Well, amen. I'm glad we got that recorded. Hallelujah. No, it's funny. I've been talking about Tabitha Brown so much lately because I do feel like her journey mirrors mine a lot. And it's in the obedience.
Mhm.
And I do think that God will not leave us alone until we do it. And what I have decided as I ain't gonna make it seem like it's easy because this is the thing. I'll be like, hey Lord, why you gotta wait to the last minute for stuff? Like why you
Mhm.
can't do the stuff ahead of why is this so
Yeah,
dramatic
like
all
it'd
the
be so
time?
scary.
Like why you got to have all this
Yeah,
drama and trepidation?
be
Can
so
we just
dramatic.
relax, you know? But I'm realizing that my faith is being pushed to a completely different level. And I have been preaching and talking about these faith moves and empowering other people to do it for so long. And God is like, yes, and also your faith gonna have to go to another level. So be ready, buckle
Yeah,
up, right?
yeah.
So I totally feel that. I also know that God has already shown you. what the end is going to look like. I know that we've already talked. I done seen it, so I know if I saw it, you saw it. Okay, so that is already there. What I heard you say is something that I think is important for us to remember, is that community is important when we are trying to walk out destiny and get our lives closer to the purpose that we've been designed for. The issue has been that we've had the wrong community. So that intentionality in the village audits and making sure that the energy that is around us is the energy that is supporting us in this season, I think is really, really important. So it makes me excited to hear what God has been telling you, because I've been telling you for years. I used to tell Erika, like, we used to talk about this line, like being in line for God's blessings. And I used to be like, yo, I'm next, or whatever. Erika used to be like, where's the line?
Right. I could never find the line. Never. I'm like, where this damn line? And can I skip? Jeez.
You are in the line. I think you are so much closer than it might feel like. So I'm not gonna nag you to death, but I am going to be like, hey girl, where we at? How can I support you on this?
Yeah.
Because I do know you are definitely someone, you've spoken into my life many times, and not even knowing, what's happening, or just the conversations that we have, or the ways that you've helped me to understand my role in this world and all of that, right? And my desire is for you to be able to truly be free and to be able to accomplish all of that, so I'd be quick to have somebody pack up and come to Columbia, like, hey, so come on. Like,
well, that's another thing too, like with where to live. That's been on my mind too. That's a big thing too. Like where to settle. Because I know me and one of my friends was talking, and she lives in Dallas, and she was like, even when we go back home to Kansas City, she be ready to come back to Dallas because that feels like home to her now. And I've been in Nashville for like 10 years, and it still isn't home. It doesn't feel like home to me. And that's what she was like, I wonder what place would feel like home to you, And I'm like, I don't know. Because it's like, I was planning to move home, and then stuff changed, and then I'm still here in Nashville. And it's like a part of me wants to move home just to be like closer to my like nieces and family, but then there's still a part of me that wants to explore. And like cause in my mind, home will always be there. So it's like also part of me that still wants to like explore. So it's like I don't know. That's been another one I've been like, I don't know.
So I want you to do this. This is gonna be my part in words. Stop telling yourself you don't know, because you do know.
I know you told me that before.
I know.
I don't know.
Stop. Reminder. Because you do know. You're getting the directions. That I don't know is coming because you don't know how it's gonna get done. So that's fair to say, I don't know how that's going to happen. But you have gotten very clear directions and stuff for what things supposed to look like, where you're supposed to go, what that's supposed to feel like. So honoring that and stopping and being like, okay, I see what you're telling me, and also I don't know how that's going to happen. The response is going to be, that's not for you to know. Your job is to do what I told you. And one of those things on that list is the YouTube page. Hello, somebody. That has been a piece of conversation.
I have it wrote down and everything, and I just don't be doing it. I like wrote it down and everything, like because I can see, like and he has even given me that, like, this is what you need to like do, and this is the content you need to, and I'd be like, yeah, I don't know. Like,
Sick of you. you have homework. And I am going to be checking on you. You know, this is what I do, right? Is help people establish podcasts and YouTube pages and like all of that. So that's what we finna do. Okay.
Yeah.
Because y'all could tell us in the comments. I know you will. Your insight, I'm just speaking for me. Your insight is always valuable. And you're one of my most favorite people to have conversations with
You
because
too.
I know that you are going to be curious. And I know we're gonna laugh. And I
Yeah.
know we're gonna walk away with some kind of life-changing
It just feels
transformational,
good.
yeah, like spirit feeling
Yeah.
fulfilled, right?
Yes. Yeah.
um so I'm a be calling and checking and messaging because you have a lot of insight that I think needs to get put out there, and it's just a matter of which way you feel most comfortable with that. So usually what I'll do is give people their first assignment is to just start recording yourself. It don't have to go nowhere. Put it on make the YouTube page, make it private, and put it on there because you're writing history every day and you're documenting your journey. And there are people who are going to be looking for your perspective. You know, representation matters. So it is important um to get those lessons out there and to be able to share that, and more than anything to let people know that you were here because
Mm.
you are making an impact. And yeah, so you got some homework. And I'm gonna pray that God revisits to reestablish some of these things that have already been said.
I'm like, yeah, I don't know. They're gonna be like, you wrote it down. I'm like, I don't know. It's right there. You wrote it down.
It's on the 32nd page.
Right. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know.
Oh my God. Sometimes we got to get out of our own way.
I know. That's what yeah. I literally be in my own way.
Yeah, that's all right. You're not doing this by yourself. So we're gonna do this together. It's a few folks that's trying to launch different things. My cousin Kalanda is really getting into social media and what it's
Mhm.
like to be a content creator and like putting stuff out and all of that. So she's under like the Mind of My Black Ass Business umbrella,
Mhm.
and she has her content Kalanda
Ooh.
page. If we need to throw you a playlist on there for you to get used to what it looks like, that's what we could do. But also, this ain't new to you. You did this before, and been supposed to do this. So
I know.
okay, girl, I ain't gonna say nothing
Um,
else.
I don't know.
Girl, so anyway.
I Nah, I will say when I was creating content for the real estate, it was fun. But like I am insecure, like I don't like being in front of the camera, take a picture, none of that. But with that, I was just like, okay, whatever, I'm gonna just put it out there. But it was fun. But I don't know.
There are many ways to do things without your face.
Yeah.
So that might even look like blogging, right? So maybe you're not at a place where you want to record your voice. Okay, blog.
Yeah.
You know, just the thing is to just start somewhere, right?
And the content, I mean, that I've been, it wouldn't even be showing my face. So like, he like, I didn't even tell you to show your face. Like, what did you talk about?
So I'm gonna let, because clearly God get you right together right now in the moment. Like, girl, you on these people internet acting like we ain't had this conversation.
It was like, girl, you ain't got like, what is you talking about? I did not tell you to show your face one time.
That was never in the instruction.
He'd be sick of me. He'd be sick of me.
Girl, I know the feeling. Same. But that's why I be asking for these very clear signs, because I
I know.
be
I need to start
tripping.
asking for emails. Like,
Yes. Cause I be tripping and I know that I be tripping. So like help me not trip.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
be
like, I
clear.
need to ask for email or a text. I need to start doing that though, for real. Cause, but he was like, I already told you.
That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. You can always go back and be like, so listen, you can reestablish the terms of communication. How about that?
Yeah,
Okay.
just to be
So it's like,
clear.
so the shower download, let's lay off of those phone
Yeah.
lines. Send me.
And it
Kalanda
do
asked
it's when I'm
God,
in water. That's when I get a lot of them. It's when I'm in
this I
water.
know because water is where the portal is.
Mm.
Water is where the portal is. That's why Kalanda had to get to the beach. For me, it's the shower. For some people, it's the
Mm.
pool. Water is where the portal is. And I've
Yeah.
been somewhere on one of these chat GPTs. I have I had asked about the spiritual significance of water and cleansing and
Mhm.
also being like water. So
Mhm.
being flexible and
Mm.
allowing yourself to move, to take steps without knowing the full staircase, which is so much easier said than done. Because it feels like you're just stepping out there blind, right?
Yeah.
But that's where the faith part comes in.
Right.
And that's where I'd be like, hey, Lord, yeah, you told me to do it. I'm out here now. Okay.
Yeah. It's like
I'm
one.
out here. So they
Yeah.
talking about you. So
It's water, or it's when I'm walking outside
mm, okay.
in nature.
Okay. Well, that's important to know.
But water, because the other day I was taking a bath, just like soaking.
Uh-huh.
And it was like so much like clarity and like downloads, like
Yes.
in showers. I get them. Hmm.
I love this. I
Yeah.
love this so much. I have a role for you in this universe. And I'm excited for what that's gonna look like when you don't be making this face.
Oh no.
Stop. I am excited for what this is gonna look like. But I'm gonna let God do what God needs to do first. Okay, so over these next few weeks, while we reset in for the new year and all that kind of stuff. But please believe I'm gonna be circling back. Okay. Because I really do think if we can work on these projects together,
Hmm.
and establish these systems together, that it will give us a quicker route to a life that feels joyful and a life that does give freedom and a life filled with beauty and all of that. So I just want you to know that I'm a be checking back in. Okay.
Hmm.
Great. So, is there anything, any parting words that you want to leave with the people? Besides, you don't know, we got that part. Any parting words you want to leave with the people about discover your destiny? How you feel like you're different or changed since then, or whatever's bubbling up in your spirit.
One thing I do want to bring up is the part where you we did the study of the brain and like how our brain works. I really love that too because I would think that something was wrong with me. I would literally pray to like, why am I like this? Or like something was wrong. But then it was like just understanding and flowing with how your brain
Mm.
instead of going against it
Hmm.
and just like really just tapping into like, okay, this is how my brain works better during this time, and this it's not like something is wrong, like
Yeah.
because your brain is tired at this time or it's up at this time or like. So I really like that part of the class
Yay.
too. The study of the brain is really important.
It
Just
is.
accept is more. What I loved about the class is just more like taking a deep dive into yourself and just accepting who you are and
Mm.
not like rejecting it or thinking something is wrong because there's nothing wrong with you,
Yeah.
how you were created.
Yes. Uniquely
So
designed.
just learning and going with the flow of it.
Awesome.
Yeah, so that's what I loved about it.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for agreeing to do this
Hmm.
and to chat with me and for being a part of this whole experience. Like I said, you are a part of the plan, and I wanted y'all to hear from various people that know me in real life. I did not pay them to do these things.
Oh,
These are their real thoughts and feelings
right.
in real time.
Right.
But I think it's important for you all to be able to hear the difference in experiences, right? And I also, the last thing I just want to say is just because we're on this journey doesn't mean that all of a sudden everything is sunshine and rainbows. What it means is that we have a deeper connection and ability to understand what is happening so that we don't freak the hell out.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And that we're able to navigate ourselves through it. And again, leave the pathway for those who are coming behind us. Hey, don't go over there. That's not working. Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and that's important. So thank y'all for listening. Please leave some comments in the chat. Make sure that you subscribe to the page, Minding My Black Ass Business, on all platforms, and Kimberly and Jay as well on Instagram. I'm redoing my website, Erica, but Bianca is redoing it for me. So that's going to
She
be
do
coming up.
websites.
See, this is what I mean. That's not my gift. That's her
Yeah.
gift. Hey,
Yeah.
sis, can you? Because
So
I don't know.
tapping into
Everybody operate in their gifts and the things that bring them
yeah.
joy. Then work doesn't feel like work
Yeah.
because you are operating within your purpose. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, that's the vision. I was like, hey, I do not know the things. Can you
Right.
do? She was asking me all these questions like, where you? I was like, hey, can
Hey.
you do the thing?
Right.
I am
You
not
do.
expert.
I
I
don't
need
know.
I need words, pictures, buttons,
Right.
and then you do. Okay, great. Yay.
Right. Because what is you talking about?
Why are you asking me talking technical, girl? I blanked out at the second word. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, so this is the power though of having a village and having a
Mm-hmm.
village of gifted people where we can support each other and help each other get to the finish line. So thank
Mm-hmm.
you for being a part of my village and
Thank you.
being willing to allow me to show you where the line at so that we can get you some freedom and some beauty, honey,
Am
because you
I
deserve that.
in the line though? Am I?
Clearly, Erica, you'll see. What's today? Today is December. What's the date? December 15th. Okay. So we're gonna mark this day down in history. And then we're gonna see. We're gonna see if you in the line. Okay.
They
So
know
I'm
me. You know how when you walk up and it's like they like you gotta wait right here.
you in the
You gotta
queue.
wait till
I'm done with you, y'all. I'm ending this recording here. Okay, y'all. So thank y'all. Leave comments. Leave some sunflowers in the comments. Leave some yellow hearts in the comments for
ooh,
Erica.
that's what I use, yellow hearts.
I know. That's why I told the people to leave it.
Oh, oh,
Y'all, we still figuring it out. Okay. This is a journey we are taking together, and we just happy to have y'all here. All right. Okay. All right. Okay. Ending recording here.